Hello, hello, hello. My name is Karen Hewitt. I am the current Club Growth Director of District 3, Arizona. But why am I giving a Facebook presentation? I have built multi-million-dollar businesses on Facebook, and I am a social media manager for many companies. And this is basically my job. I do this for work. I have to know everything that's going on, the ins and outs, the ups and downs, what's new, what's not. And by knowing that, I can give you the most current and up-to-date information because, like I said, my job depends on it. And I'm going to share all these insider secrets with you tonight. And with that, I am going to share my screen. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, please use that Q&A button at the bottom. I will be pausing in between my slides, and Lisa and Jennifer will be able to interject. If you want to ask a question that's specific towards the end, go ahead and raise your hand and they will promote you to a panelist, so that way you can have your couple of minutes of quizzing me and finding out what's going on. So first of all, let's be simple. This is about Facebook, and it's for Facebook for clubs. And tonight we're going to look at why Facebook and an agenda. And I'm going to explain this a little bit. Facebook has 1.62 billion daily users. If you look at how many users they have, it's actually over 3 billion. But some of those don't log in like every day. They log in once a month, once a week, every 6 months. But they have 1.62 billion daily users. Of that, in the US, Facebook users average 1.5 hours a day on just this one app. If we're not on Facebook, we're not talking to people, we're not communicating with them, and that's what we need to do. They're spending their time here, so we need to go to them. Another great reason, and this one always throws people, it's called rapid Google placement. There is this system called Alexa, and I'm not talking Amazon Alexa, I'm talking Alexa tracking. It's an SEO tool where they track websites and the popularities and how they rank in Google and all this complicated stuff. Alexa tracks Facebook at number 5 in the world. So Facebook comes up as the number 5 in the whole world most looked for website, most utilized website for searches. Above that is things like Google's above that, YouTube is above that. You get the idea. Facebook is almost used as a search engine nowadays. The benefit of that is when you have a business page and you create content for your business page, you already have the benefit of that 5th ranking on Google. So if someone's like, how do I do this? Facebook is going to help you promote it to Google without you having to do anything. So that is a really good extra thing to know. It has zero cost marketing with target audience demographics. Now, you can pay for it, but I'm not going to go into paid advertising with Facebook tonight, because I'm telling you, in itself, that is a 5-hour workshop just to get your money's worth. Because if I try to do it in anything less than that, you'll be spending money and getting frustrated. And I am not going to let you get frustrated. Is there any questions on anything I've said so far? All right. So today we are going to cover setting up your page, scheduling content, and I'll tell you why in a minute. That's going to be a magic trick. Basic content creation, how to never run out of content, and your tips and tricks for being successful on Facebook. So with that, we're going to go straight into setting up your page. So we're going to talk about the Facebook business page. And this is my little plug. If you have not already liked the District 3 Facebook page, please go to aztoastmasters.org, and the social medias are right there all the way across the top. Just go and like it. You want to like it, you want to share it, you want to love it. Trust me, it's going to be worth it. And join the Facebook group that we have. I'm not going to be talking about groups tonight, because you can do a group and it is a great way to share videos of the Zooms and everything, but I'm really wanting to help you bring new members into your clubs. So here we go. We're setting up a business page. The first thing you're going to do, there's 3 little tiny bars at the top of the page when you look on your phone, or it is a menu on the desktop. You're going to click on that, and it'll take you to this lovely menu. I told you I do social media as a job. That's why I'm managing 19 pages. I don't expect you to manage 19 pages because you'd go crazy. It's just, I don't expect that. That's because it's my job. You go to that, you click on your 19 pages, and it is going to bring up a list of your pages and little create button. If you have no pages so far, it just says pages. It doesn't say your 19 pages, it just says pages. So you click on that little create button. Yeah, no, you got it right when you get this. Create your space. A page is a space where people can publicly connect with your business. Remember, I told you how important that was for Google. This is a little magic wizard. I love my magic wizards because it makes it easier for you. And we don't like complicated. We like easy. So what we're going to do is the wizard's going to walk you through it and you're going to hit get started. So right here, I'm going to take you through these things. First one is it's going to ask you what category best describes your page. It's going to give you the choice of 3. I do recommend that you use education because what's Toastmasters but a communication and leadership development company. And it's a community organization. It's about bringing people together. It's about helping them grow, and it's about bringing them some form of community. Your third option, this is the way you're going to have to think. What is it about your club? What makes your club different, special? Is it specifically for people who want to do good in this journey? I'm going to use one club that we have in our district called Pentapodium. They appeal to writers. So guess what we're going to put in that one? We're going to put author, writer. We'll put something about writing in that third space because that is who the club appeals to. So have a think on that. Actually, who does your club want? And use that third one to appeal to that. We have clubs that like real estate agents. Well, guess what? We're going to put realty in there. We have clubs that deal with business professionals. We're going to put business in there. We have clubs that deal with college. Guess what? We can put college in there. This is a great way for you to utilize that third point to get a little bit extra exposure and have it very narrowed down to your demographic. Once you click next, you're going to go to, do you have a website for your Toastmasters? You can have a free Toast host website, or you could build a website. You have the opportunity for free Toast host once you're a chartered club. I'm not going to go into that because we have an absolutely excellent training on the 3 Toastmasters on free Toast host. Put that website there. Why? You want people to find you, okay? You want to give them every piece of information that you can. Then add images to your page. A lot of people like to use the banner or a Toastmasters logo profile picture, and then a cover picture. A great cover picture to use is a picture of your club. Now you could take the picture from when meeting in person, maybe a Zoom screenshot. Let them know there are people behind it. Let them know this is human connection, because we're not looking for robotic, same old, same old, same old. We're looking for human, interesting, and tailored to what people want. So once you have that, you're going to have the very basic of your Facebook page up and running. But we're not basic. We like to go big and actually have the Facebook page do some of the work for us, because that's where it goes fun. Any questions so far, ladies? All righty. Once you've done that, it's going to come up with this little pop-up going, oh, you want to invite your friends. This is automatic. This comes up once you create your page. So you're going to hit invite friends. Invite everyone that's in your club. Invite people. It doesn't have to be a member. Invite your husband. Invite your wife. Invite your mother, your father, your sister. And if your dog has a Facebook page, go ahead and invite them too. It's okay. We don't have doggy Toastmasters yet, but one day we might. I've seen some really interesting social media virals about dogs talking now with help of buttons. It's kind of interesting. It then tells you to go and create a welcome post. Your welcome post just needs to be something really simple. Talk about who you are. Hi, we're Toastmasters 123, and we love helping people develop their communication and leadership development. We know in this time and age of COVID, people are struggling with communicating online people are without jobs, and give all the list of things. We help you improve your speaking ability that can help you nail that interview, get more passionate and powerful on Zoom. Tell them why they want to join you. Like, hey, so we're Toastmasters, you should join us. They don't care. If they don't know who you are, they don't care. And honestly, Toastmasters, in my mind, is one of the world's best kept secret societies. I wish more people knew about it. And it's like one of my missions, like, no, we're going to demystify this. We're going to showcase what we actually do. So in your welcome post, really make sure that you're sharing what is happening. This next step is critical, and it is missed on 99% of pages, because people just skip this because it's complicated, okay? It says add a page button for visitors. See right there, you add a button and it comes up with all these lists, and people are like, oh, what do I add? Oh my gosh, I don't have a WhatsApp. How can they're not gonna order food from me? What's going on? We're gonna choose send an email. Or you can do a phone call. And once you click, go back for 1 second. Once you click on that, it just puts the email in, put your VPM email in. Just remember after elections to go in and edit that. Every time they have a questions about Toastmasters, they click on a button and it helps them send an email. Again, we like guests to have it easy and able to contact us. I'm seeing the chat go a little crazy, ladies. Can fill me in? Any questions I need to answer right now?
We had a question.
Oh,
go ahead.
Go ahead, Lisa. Go ahead.
Nope, I defer to you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Amanda had actually asked, can you actually update the categories of the page once it's been created? She did find the answer, but I figured. Go ahead.
Absolutely. You go to the About section and you can edit anything on your page. So, and I'm actually going to show that in just a moment where the About section is, and that you can fill in everything right there. You can edit any of these categories. You can change anything at any given time. You are not even locked into the name. So here's another tip for you. Let's say you already have a page and you just called it Toastmasters, because you put the page up quick and you didn't really know what you were doing. So you just threw it up, called it Toastmasters. That happens, right? We're just doing it fast. You can go in and change the name under the About section. Facebook may ask you to write a post to why you're changing the name to prove that you're not trying to like be sneaky deaky. But that's it. You just put it into change and they'll either say yes or no. And if they say no, you appeal it and you give them the reason why you're changing it. And 9 times out of 10, they accept it and they will change it for you. Anything else yet, Lisa? I'll defer to Lisa this time. All righty.
Nope, not that I can see. Karen, you're free to go.
Awesome. So right here, as you can see, I've highlighted the About section. This is where you can enter your email, website, description for your page. Right there, you can edit your categories. You can send messages to the page. You can enter products should you sell them. We don't, so we're not going to do that. You can enter hours of operation. You could put your business meeting on there. You could just put where we will, accepting emails from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. because that's when you're not working and you can answer pretty quickly. That is up to you and your team. And we're just going to make sure that everything's filled out completely. When it comes down to a description for your page, this is where I want you to get creative, okay? Just be, we're Toastmasters that meet at this club, at this place, on Zoom, or we have fun. Tell them what we do. Explain, use up your max characters, which I believe is about 4,000 on this. Tell them we're leadership communication. We help with project management. We help people overcome fear of public speaking. We help people get into better coaching situations so that way they can provide effective evaluation and feedback. All these are keywords that Facebook uses. So when someone searches for this, this is how they find it. The keywords are hidden in the description. Do not be afraid to use it. So, okay, time to scare you. How often should I post? This is my number one question. And people, when I tell them the answer, they go, sorry, excuse me? How often should you post? Ideally, on your business page, it's 3 times a day, 7 days a week. You have some major public organizations that will post up to 50 times a day. I'm not going to tell you to do 50. I mean, that would drive anyone crazy, but 3 times a day. I'm joking, right? No, I'm not joking. 3 times a day is actually what it is. But here's a little sneaky trick. When you go to post on your page, it will tell you, it tells you this on a laptop or on the app. Schedule and additional posting features are available in the Pages Manager. You click on that. If you look in the first image in the blue box, it says Page Manager app. So great. It then took me over to the Page Manager app instead, and it has that little next button. I hit that next. Guess what? Publishing options. Publish now, schedule later, or save as a draft. So I can sit down on a Sunday or a Saturday and schedule 21 posts in 30 minutes and walk away. And I will be posting 3 times a day without fail. And it comes up with when you want to do it. I do not recommend posting exactly at 3 o'clock every day, because then people know that it's kind of robotic. So what I do is I'll say, okay, I'm going to post this one at 2:57 and this one at 3:06 and this one at 3:15. Just move the times around a little bit. So then people get used to it being, oh, well, this is the afternoon post. But it's not, okay, well, I know that she's timed this one because it's exactly 3 o'clock every single day. So go ahead and schedule your posts. It will make life so much easier for you instead of trying to remember to go back in and post every single day. Any questions on anything I've gone over so far, ladies? Awesome. This is my fun part, because I just told you 3 times a day. It's like 21 posts. We meet once a week. I can't do 21 posts from one meeting a week. It's not possible. It can't be done. How can I do this? It's not possible at all. Guess what? Here's 6 different categories that I'm going to go over. And I'm even going to show you one of my favorite magic tricks. Oh my gosh, I love this trick so much. And my clients adore it because it really opens up the world for you. And I'm going to share you one of the top secrets people get from. So what do you post? Well, celebrations, events, questions, education, fun, games, and introductions. There's 6 different things you can post. So let's go over the celebrations first. Guess what? We're going to celebrate birthdays. Hey, if your VPPR has a birthday, oh my goodness, it's so-and-so's birthday today. We're so excited for her. Everybody wish her a happy birthday. What you're doing with that is you're showcasing, one, you're not just a club, you're a community. You're a family. You're a group of people that come together and celebrate each other, okay? You come together and you work with each other, and people are craving that right now. They are missing that in-person interaction. Another one you can post is anniversaries. Oh my goodness, we just found out that so-and-so has been a Toastmasters for 10 years this month. Oh my goodness, 10 years. Guess what? We asked him 3 things why he stays with Toastmasters. This is what he told us. There's another post you can do. And what you're doing is you're actually showcasing why people want to come and be in your group. Another one is talk about the community. What do you do in the community? Are you having a speech contest? Are you doing an activity? Are you having different things going on? What are you doing as a club that might make you different? For example, one of my clubs, they have 2 biannual celebrations that are not in the club. We actually, well, pre-COVID, we would go to someone's house and have a big potluck dinner. And this is how we would enroll our office, install our officers. Didn't happen at the club meeting. It happened at this party that we were hosting. So share those celebrations. And then the other one, and now I'm going to trip you all up. The other one, this laptop picture is actually your education. And you're like, but she said education. I'm going to tell you it's a different type of education I'm talking about. Posting when your members reach certain educational goals. Oh my goodness, Lisa just got her level 5 in Pathways. What that means is she is now an internationally certified effective coach at visual presentation, mastery, at presentation mastery. You're gonna tell everyone, because everyone, when you say, well, she's a EC level 5 Pathways, everyone's gonna go, what's that? So tell them, hey, this is about effective coaching. She has done this, and now she has learned all the tips and tricks in order to evaluate, provide feedback, help other people grow. Share what it means. Because then people are like, oh, I want to be internationally certified in that, because when you do have your level 5, you are. Because that Toastmasters education goal is recognized all over the world by every Toastmasters club. So celebrate their educations. Celebrate things like speeches. Oh my goodness. I was going to say, I saw Wendy. Wendy just won the speech contest today. Oh my, you should have heard her speak. It was fantastic. I loved the story that she told us. Celebrate it. Celebrate everything. People want to be in happy places. They don't want to be in sad, miserable. Nobody cares what you do. They want to come to somewhere where they will feel uplifted and celebrated. So the more you celebrate your members, the more people will want to be there. Okay. Before I go to the next slide. Mute.
You actually do have a couple of questions. Lisa, go ahead. I know you had one that popped up.
Hey, thank you, Jennifer. A question from Celia this week, Karen. This past week, every time I post the visual picture, I post shows to large, which has never happened before. Is there a way to correct this?
Yes, Facebook actually has preferred image settings, which is a 1600 by 1600 pixel or a 1600 by 2300 pixel. And I know that just went like, woof. Most people. This is what I do. I use a service called canva.com. Most of it's free. I do use the paid, but like I said, this is my job. I need every little bell and whistle. But in the free one, you can turn around and say, I'm creating a Facebook post. I am creating a Facebook banner. I am creating a Twitter. You can tell it whatever you're creating, and it does the perfect size for you. All you do is create it. It's drop and drag, super simple, super easy to use. And we are going to have a graphics creation webinar as well. We're not leaving you in the lurch on anything.
Okay, Karen, we did have one other from Wendy.
Okay.
She asked about scheduling posts. Do you have any apps that do that, like Tailwinds? Are there any that you use or that you can recommend?
Actually, do not use any third-party apps for Facebook. Facebook has it integrated in their page manager, which is now called, they just changed the name of it. It is now called their Business Suite. The reason you do not want to use any third party other than Facebook is Facebook will automatically throttle it. They are very aware when somebody's using a third party product on their system, and they don't like that because, as we know, they like to be king of the world. So use the Business Suite and don't use any third parties. I would not use Hootsuite or anything like that for your Facebook. The tool is there. Use the tool they offer. I did a test where I programmed some with Hootsuite and I programmed some with Facebook. And this was one of my clients they have 15,000 people on their business page. The one through Hootsuite was seen by 62 people. The one through Facebook was seen by 1,400 within the first hour. Facebook throttles third parties. Sorry. But thankfully, their scheduling tool is very promising and very easy to use. Okay. Is there any other questions right before I jump on? Sip of water. Gotta stay hydrated. You can tell I get really excited about this stuff. You're dealing with me at my excited. Next one you're going to do is events. Your events can be your meetings. Do an event on your Facebook page. Post about it. Share it. Oh my goodness, we're meeting Friday at 7 a.m. Who wants to join us? We're going to have fun. The theme of the meeting is this. Share it. What if there's a webinar going on that you think, oh my gosh, everyone should see this one. This is a fantastic webinar. Post about it. And then if you don't know this term, there's something called post toasties. Post toasties is where after a meeting, some Toastmasters stick around for like a happy hour. Go ahead, you're having a happy hour. Have fun with it. Invite people to come join you because you want to learn about them. They want to learn about you. One recommendation I would is don't post your Zoom link on your Facebook. This is why I had the email button on the Facebook page. Hey, if you would like to come and join us for our meeting where we're going to be doing a spooktacular meeting, ghosts and ghouls and all things scary, click the email button now and we'll have someone send you an invite. That way you're in control of who's coming, you know what's going on, and you can have a conversation with them beforehand. Conversation is key. Okay, any questions with these? This one's our easiest one.
Celia did actually have one additional follow-up on that about using the business suite. She said she has actually always used PowerPoint in the past. So you are saying definitely use business suite when you're dealing with it because of that throttling issue?
No, well, PowerPoint is a graphic creation system and you can use it to do it, but make sure that you are setting it for the correct size. What it sounds like with PowerPoint, you're either setting it for presentation or flyer. And Facebook tends to have a little bit of a hissy fit if it's not the size that they want. They're very particular.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're correct. Canva is definitely very user-friendly for that.
Third one is questions. What these are is, and you don't have to be all Toastmastery. You can be like, hey, what do you do in the morning when you wake up? Do you have coffee, tea, or water? Think about it like a mini table topics. You're having the opportunity to host single word table topics on your Facebook page. For women, do you like to wear heels or flats? Do you do cardio or strength? And then think about where your club is specific. I'm going to use the Podium, which is a writing club. Do you like horror novels or romance novels? Do you like to read comics or novellas? Do you like to read on a Kindle or by paper? Stephen King or Dean Koontz? You can go all kinds of directions. You could even be, again, I'm using this one because it's a very easy one to use. Let's say one of your members just published a book. Oh my goodness, one of our members, we're now celebrating them, has written this book, which is about this. It is a youth fantasy book. So it's dragons and swords. Do you read youth fantasy? Okay, you're celebrating and you're also having communication. You're having questions. This is also where you want to have the interaction. I said you can schedule all your posts of the week, but you want to spend a few minutes each day just thinking, I need to answer anybody. Do I need to go, oh my goodness, you're right. I totally forgot about Richard Lehman for horror books. I love him. He's one of my favorites. You know, have that conversation. The more conversation you have with them, the more rapport you build. The more rapport you build, the more likely they're going to want to hang out. The more they want to hang out, the more likely they're going to come to visit. The more they come to visit and they enjoy the environment, guess what? Can I join? It's about making that friendly, welcoming environment, and it starts with our branding and our social media. Okay. Any questions? Alrighty. This is the education one. This is my favorite. And I have just put a whole bunch of websites here. This is the one. This is my secret sauce. This is what makes everything so spectacular. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and use one of these websites and showcase how this works by resharing. But first I'm going to explain what I mean by education. One of the biggest things you can do on social media is provide what's called value-driven content. What value-driven content is it explains to people why they should do something, why they should be a part of something. One of the most common ones we see, and I'm just curious, and go ahead and drop some emojis or say me in the comments, and Jennifer, Lisa will tell, how many people have seen a recipe be posted on Facebook? So we have someone raising their hand already. You've seen recipes posted? 2 raised hands. Yes. How about a DIY of how to create a pumpkin wreath or a stand, or how to burn a candle? You know, all these like little DIYs, how to paint this color, or how to do a vinyl. You've seen all these kinds, how to build something. These are called value-driven content. And what they are is the person posting them is trying to provide value to the reader so that way they want to know more. If you, and how many of you, curiosity here, have seen posts like that and gone back to the page and checked out for more because you really liked it? Or even maybe follow the page because you're like, oh my goodness, I love what this person does with steak. I need to know how they did that and how they did this and how they did that, and I want to know this. It's value-driven content. This is the education that they are providing. We're Toastmasters. We provide a different form of education. Our education is in leadership, communication, public speaking, evaluation, project management. You notice I didn't say Toastmastering? Meeting management. These are all things that we provide. So I'm going to stop the share right now, and then I'm going to reshare because this is just how it goes, because you know it's fun, and I'm getting attacked. That's a dragonfly. Hello, dragonfly. If you were not on the call at the beginning, you may have missed that I am in the middle of the desert and I am streaming live from the middle of nowhere outside because it is fun to me. Because I'm a little bit crazy. So I'm just, give me a second. I gotta minimize this and go to this. And we are going to screen share one more time. Please tell me you can see my screen here. This is a website that I absolutely adore. It's called Answer the Public. You can see, if you can see him being like, nod, 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 let me know. Okay, fantastic. This is a free website. You can do a paid one, but you can do like 2 or 3 searches a week for free. Well, it's normally every 48 hours. I just do a couple, I do like once a week, and then use the content that I get from this search to populate for the week. So you discover what people are asking about. Let's say we are going to talk about project management. Okay. How many of you have seen someone come in and go, I need to learn how to lead a team. I don't know how to manage this project that I have at work. That happens a lot. I see that so many times. What Answer the Public does is it uses all the search engines and it correlates all the questions that are asked in Google. So this is what people want to know about project management. You're not sitting there going, well, I think I need to talk about this. Guess what? We're going to have questions right here for you. And what we're going to do is scroll down right now, and you see you get this beautiful little chart, which is shaded out into what, when, where, how, why, will, which, are, who, and can. So here's one: how can project management be improved? So people are looking for how can project management be improved? Could you write a social media post, 3 tips to improve your project management skills? What do you do when project management fails? 2 ways to pick yourself up when your project doesn't go as planned. These are all things that are being asked. There are some that won't be relevant because, Toastmasters, we're not talking about Project Management Institute. We're talking about different things. Then we have prepositions: is, for, without. Can you do project management without a degree? What about project management without experience? Guess what? How to handle project management tasks without experience. 2 tips. And then you can talk about committee work through Toastmasters, where you gain the experience leading large teams of people. Comparisons. All this is right here, and you can download this as an Excel sheet so you can see what's going on. Now, here's a little trick, and this one does cost, but I'm telling you, I pay $10 every 6 months. Keywords everywhere. I'm going to go to my little thing here. I turn it off normally because it costs every time a search happened. I'm just going to turn it on right now so I can show you what's going on here, because with this, I can then go ahead and go to the alphabeticals, which is still loading, of course. But what it will do is it gives you a cost per click. I guess I picked a big one. So in the cost per click, it tells you how much, if you were to pay for it through Google AdSense, how much you would pay for that particular keyword. The goal is, and how often it's searched, it has the ratings of how it's searched and how much you pay for it. The goal is to do everything that's searched a lot with a low cost per keyword. And for some reason, I have gone. I am trying to get back into my screen share, but it is not letting me. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back to my playlist, present. Did I lose? Lisa and Jennifer, did I lose everyone?
Nope, they're still here. In fact, we've got comments of, wow, pretty cool, great information.
And I just posted, popped up Canva. I said, now you can see Canva right there.
Yes, I'm doing a presentation in Canva right now. Okay, so for some reason, I don't know, can you see my slideshow, or are you still stuck on the ads to the public?
We're seeing
okay, fantastic. Fantastic, thank you, because like I said, it's just being a little finicky for me. So then what you have is exploding topics. Exploding topics is a little different. You can't be specific, but you can go to business on there and see exactly what business topics are currently exploding. Look at Google's trends. There's the keywords anywhere. And then question DBIO, another one where you can put a keyword in and you can get a bunch of topics. These are topics people are looking for. We can sit there and come up with topics every single day. It just happens. You know, we can do that quite easily. But what if they're not what people want? This helps us get what they want. So this is like my little secret sauce of how to always have content and never run out. Because you saw probably 200 questions right there with one search. And if you did one search a week, you could quite easily come up with 5 or 6 questions to write a nice story length post for Facebook, which is like 2 tips to, 3 tips to, 5 tips to. And if you look in Pathways, there's a really good Pathway project about having an engaging social media. Now you're recruiting people to actually help you on this, so you are not doing it all on your own. Any questions on that? Because that was a big to throw at you.
We have one in the chat that I'm asking for clarification on from Jim. His question
Okay.
was ask versus answer.com. Yes, what is the difference?
I don't use ask versus answer because I found that it doesn't work as well the search engines, whereas these ones are integrated with search engines. So they take the information that they're getting from Google, Bing, DuckDuckGo, and then process it. And Keywords Everywhere uses it from Google AdSense. And ask and answer tends to give you a way to put in a question and get an answer. It's similar to Quora. But what you're trying to do here is to be the authority to provide the answers. And by being the authority, and let's say, remember I told you about that Facebook is number 5 on Alexa for Facebook. Let's say we did project management fails and how to save face. Because it's something that's looked for and a question that's asked, and you put it on the public facing Facebook business page and someone types that in, it automatically gets a boost in Google's algorithms because of the relation to Facebook. So that helps you be found. Does that answer that?
I believe so, Karen.
Awesome. So the next one is fun. Have fun. We've seen these creative little cartoons about public speaking. We've seen creative little cartoons about having to tell an employee that they're doing a bad job. We have seen where someone's trying to get a point across and ends up going blah, 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 blah. Have fun with it. Post about it. Enjoy it. Make people laugh. You know, have a good time. People want fun. That's what they want. So look up the videos of meetings gone wrong. District 3 has one on the YouTube channel, meeting gone completely wrong. Post it. Hey, is your meetings like this? Let's make it better. Have fun. Enjoy it. Just enjoy things that you're posting on there. This one's a really good one. It's introductions. Showcase the members of your club. Oh my gosh, Jim just joined our club and gave his icebreaker speech this week. We learned that he did this, this, and this, and it was, oh my goodness, I have never met someone who did this before, and I'm so excited that we met him and we get to have a conversation. Obviously, you want to have a member's permissions, and Lisa, if you could do me a favor and pull the media release as well from Don, that would be great. I think that's a good standard to have, is to have a media release. That way we're not upsetting people and we're keeping it all above board. Because some people are going to be, oh, no, please don't. And that's okay. But the more they see people being welcomed and treated nicely, the more likely they are to do it and embrace it and have fun. You even turn around and do things like with the introductions. Oh my goodness, I know Amanda's on here. Amanda has become an area director this year. So on her Facebook page for her club, oh my God, for Amanda this year, she is an area director for Toastmasters. This means that she gets to help not only our club, but 5 other clubs to find success, have fun, enjoy. So we are so proud of her and what she's doing. Talk about the members. We all have different reasons for being here. Ask your club members, why did you join? And then showcase those testimonials. Share them. So-and-so joined because they had to give a speech at their best friend's wedding and they were terrified. Now they gave that speech 20 years ago and they're still coming because they found that people fun, their community, how much it was helping them grow. Show that, because people, they think Toastmasters is just a public speaking gig. Our job on social media is to showcase how much more it is and how much it can do. Any questions on the intros? All right. So successful clubs are consistent. That means nail down that skill, answer people's questions, and interact with your followers. We're not doing a post and run. We don't get to sit down for 30 minutes each week and just never look back at it again. They're not expecting you to be responding within 30 seconds. I mean, that's just not reasonable. They're expecting some response, especially if someone says, hey, so when do you guys meet? Doesn't matter that 3 posts down the page, you have your meeting times and all the details on how to get information. They may have just seen that one post in their feed and not actually gone to the page. So answer it, have that interaction, talk to them, make friends with them, have fun with it, okay? Interact with the followers. These are all my details on how you can find me. My name is Karen Hewitt. You can get me at cgd@aztoastmasters.org. Oh, these are all my social medias that I am on. I keep myself busy. Please reach out to me if you have questions. Oh, right now we have about 10 minutes to answer any questions that you might have.
Okay, there's a question from Patty. She posted a new cover photo this morning, did it in Canva, and it had individual photos of new DTMs, but it chopped off people on the phone version. How do you make sure it's okay for both?
You have to literally look. What I like to do is I like to do a mini insert banner. So I have more space at the bottom and the top. So it looks a little bit more spaced on a laptop or a computer, but on a phone it looks great. The reason I do that is 75% of people are using their look at Facebook, not the laptop. So if it looks a little spacey on the laptop, I'm okay with it. I'd rather make sure it's perfect on the phone.
You did have a comment from Dwight. Great content. Said he will be using these tips in his corporate club.
Awesome. That's what I like to hear. I'm glad. I'm glad you're getting some good from this. This is what I wanted.
Going through all the comments real quick. From Lisa here. You want to tell her what you put on there?
Well, DJ had put in the chat that she might consider becoming a VPPR at some point for her club. And I said, I had fun doing it for 2 years. It was a blast.
Everybody agreeing. It's a lot of great information.
Awesome. I'm so glad. Now, next week is going to be how to promote a virtual open house. And the week after is going to be how to have a YouTube channel that is beneficial for your club.
You do have one more question from Patty. She found the new page button on the computer, but can't find it on her phone app.
Okay, so what you have to do is you have to go to those 3 little buttons. If you go into the Facebook, there's like 3 little lines in the very top corner. You go to that and it tells you like your pages or pages right here. And you can click that and it gives you, right, brings it up here. Now the other way you can do it is go back there. If you scroll down the list, it's just a short thing that they put the pages down. So you just have to scroll down and sometimes you have to tell, I need to see more.
Okay.
Oh, don't be afraid, DJ. We got your back. This training is going to take care of all that. Is there any other questions that I can maybe answer for anybody? I'm more than happy to. Like I said, I adore Facebook. It is one of my favorite things to do. Okay. With that, I don't think we have any questions. I will invite you to all.
I'm not seeing anything on my end. Jennifer, do you see anything on your end?
I was just looking and I'm not seeing any.
Awesome. Well, that means I hopefully did a good enough job and gave you all the information you needed. And I'm looking forward to seeing some exceptional Facebook pages popping up where we have lots of fun, interactive, and educational posts. My number 1 tip that I will give for everyone who's still here is dump the lingo. Get rid of the Toastmaster vernacular, because these new members that are coming in, they don't know what a DTM is. They don't know what TM is. They don't know what TLI is. They have no clue. They have no idea what PM5 is or EC3. So if you look at your post and go, oh, hang on, if I had never heard of Toastmasters, would I understand this? And you don't, change the wording. Our job is to showcase why they should be a member, not scare them away because we have our own secret language. And if they explain them, I just got a question, could they use vernaculars if they explain? Yes. So a great example would be DTM. Like, oh my goodness, I'm so proud of Lisa. She just earned her DTM. DTM is a distinguished Toastmaster, which is one of the highest pieces of recognition you can get in the Toastmasters community. So, but you must explain it. If you read it and you don't understand it, if you were thinking, I'm not a Toastmaster, then you need to redo it. Because the only people that will be existing Toastmasters, and we're trying to grow and bring in new members. All right. Everyone can drop off as they wish if they have no more questions. I'm so happy that I was able to help you tonight.